you moving to Hawaii and trying to decide whether you want to ship your car or not?
Okay, let's go.
Today, I'm going to show you in this video the steps needed to save yourself some time, money, and headaches and successfully ship your vehicle to Hawaii. If you have never been to my channel before, aloha!
Aloha, everybody.
I'm Stephen Proski, a real estate broker with Corcoran Pacific Properties, and I help people buy and sell real estate here on the Big Island and also assist them with their moving. If you have been here before, thank you for coming back and watching my weekly videos about the island of Hawaii and real estate information that I think you may want to know more about. This is why you are here. Hit the subscribe button so we can stay connected on a regular basis. If you are moving here and need assistance finding a home, I would welcome the opportunity to assist you. Please leave me a comment below or give me a call. I'd be glad to help. So, you are moving to the island of Hawaii and you are trying to decide whether to ship your car or not. Well, that's a great question, and it's a depends answer. I just had some clients here move from Alaska and they decided to drive their vehicles down to Tacoma, Washington and ship them from there because it saved them almost $3,000 a vehicle. So before you decide which way to go, I would recommend you do some homework on the internet and see which is a better choice for you. The first thing you need to do is select the company you want to use. When shipping a car to Hawaii, you can use a third-party company to handle all your paperwork and take care of all the headaches. However, I have found that it can be much cheaper if you go directly to the shipping companies and save yourself a sizable amount of cash. Go to Matson or Pasha and fill out their application and you will know exactly how much it would cost you to ship your vehicle to one of their ports on the West Coast. Second, select your shipment type. There are 3 ways to ship a vehicle. Some are more popular than others and some are a little bit more expensive. So let's start with the least expensive way to ship. Type number 1, port to port. In this process, you take your vehicle directly to one of the shipping carriers' locations on the West Coast, and they are Tacoma, Washington, Oakland, and Los Angeles, California. With this process, you fill out all your paperwork at these locations, give them their vehicle and your keys, and wait for your vehicle to be delivered. All vehicles being shipped to the Big Island do not come here to Kona. They first land in Honolulu, and then they are sent over to the Big Island to the port of Hilo. Yes, all vehicles arrive in Hilo, not in Kona. The next option would be door to port. In this process, they pick up your vehicle from your current location and drop it off at one of those 3 ports that I described earlier. This is a great option for people who don't live near one of the 3 West Coast ports. For your information, this can add an additional $1,000 to $2,000 to your overall shipment expenses. The third option and most expensive is door-to-door shipping. This is where they pick up your vehicle at your present mainland location, ship to Hawaii, and then deliver to your current location here on the island. This can be very pricey, so you need to do your homework to decide if this is a good option for you.
It's a very, very, very tough decision.
This is not a very popular way to ship a vehicle here to Hawaii because of the cost involved. The next step is preparing your vehicle for shipping. There are a few things that you need to do before shipping your vehicle. First, nothing can be left in your car. What? Nothing? Yes, nothing. No storing of boxes, no car parts, no clothing, nothing. Make sure you leave nothing in your car. If they find something, they will either toss it or tell you they cannot ship your vehicle.
Hey! My pocket squares!
So it is very important to remember, leave nothing in your vehicle. The second thing you're going to need to do is, before shipping your vehicle, is empty out the gas tank. Yes, you cannot have more than 1/4 of a tank of gas in your vehicle when it is dropped off at one of those ports. You'll need to check with the shipping companies, but to my experience, it's 1/4 of a tank or less. Make sure your battery works. The last thing you want to do is drop off your vehicle and it cannot be started moving off and on a ship. The next thing, get your car washed and detailed. Yep, you want to make sure that you have no bugs on the front of your vehicle or plant material that can cause some issues. You will want to take photos of your vehicle both inside and out just in case there is some damage on your vehicle while in shipping.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, this does happen, and if it does, then you want to be able to fill out a complaint form showing the shipping company on arrival that your proof of vehicle had no prior damage conditions before it left the port. Now it's time to hand over your keys, and if you're dropping off your vehicle at a designated port area, you will need to fill out the required paperwork, and if you elect to go this route, say goodbye to your baby.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
Final step, pick up your vehicle.
Of course.
As mentioned previously, all vehicles being shipped to the Big Island will arrive in Hilo and not Kona. You'll be notified when your vehicle is scheduled to arrive and given a specific date and time to pick it up.
Cars, pick it up.
Make sure you bring all your paperwork, otherwise you will not be able to get your vehicle. Title, registration, and a photo ID. When you're at the port, the shipping company will have you look over the vehicle and inspect it for any damage. If it all looks good, you'll be required to sign off and that your baby is okay.
It's okay, baby. I'm good.
And then you'll be handed over your keys and your vehicle. But if you do find any damage, make sure you point out immediately to the port people before you take your vehicle and show them your photos so you can do the necessary paperwork to get reimbursed for the damage caused to your vehicle. Make sure they give you a copy of that report as well. Now here are some tips that will save you some time and headaches. Make sure you have all your paperwork, your title, your registration, and current photo ID. If you have a leased vehicle or a lien on your vehicle, you will need a letter stating that it is okay to bring your car to the state of Hawaii. I would make sure your car is inspected before you ship it here to Hawaii.
You just make sure.
The last thing you want is the car to break down during the shipping process. As mentioned previously, make sure your vehicle is completely empty and you have less than a quarter of a tank of gas in it. All shipping companies are extremely strict with these two items, so don't think you can add stuff to your vehicle at the last minute. It may come up missing, and if you have a car alarm, disconnect it before you ship your vehicle. You don't want your alarm to be going off while in the middle of the ocean, and it could drain your battery, and then you have another problem. Okay, this is about all the information it will take to show you how much it's going to cost you to ship a vehicle to Hawaii. On average, I would say around $1,500 for a mid-sized vehicle from port to port shipped to the Big Island from one of the West Coast ports. If you are doing door-to-door or door-to-port, then those prices could go up significantly towards $4,500 to $8,000 per vehicle. Now that you have your car, you will receive proof of shipment from the carrier, and you will need to head over to DMV for registration. Yes, now that your baby is in Hawaii, you must register your vehicle.
Let's go.
After you get all your documents together, you will need to get a safety check. What? What's a safety check? I thought I just had my vehicle inspected before I shipped it here. Well, in Hawaii, vehicles need to obtain an annual safety check on things like your brakes, your lights, your windshield wipers, your horn, etc. There are safety check locations all over the island, and it is a very inexpensive process, and I think costs about $26 and takes about 10 to 15 minutes to get done. Now, if you are used to emission testing on the mainland, that is not done here in Hawaii. We do safety checks instead. Now that you have your safety check, you can go to the DMV with your safety check verification along with your title, registration, driver's license, and get your car registered here in Hawaii. So that's basically wraps up the A to Z process of shipping a vehicle here to Hawaii. I hope this information was helpful. If you have any questions about shipping your vehicle here to Hawaii or information about the island, leave me a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again on my next video. Mahalo.